There we go. How you doing? How you doing? Can you guys hear me okay? How's the sound working? Hello, hello, hello. Is anything actually happening? Hey, Ninja Monkey, how you doing? Hey, guys. Going live. Okay, so as you've probably heard, well, let me see. I gotta do a couple things here. I'm downstairs. It's really warm down here, so let me turn off the. Yeah. Off. Yeah. I'm gonna get another drink. Okay, guys. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I was gonna put that on the table, but maybe I'll just put it on my lap. There's nothing to. Hey, we saw him. We saw him. Hey, man, how you doing? So I recently joined this new app called Clubhouse. I think that's it. Yeah. And let me see. This is kind of what it looks like. When you log in, you have all these rooms. See? You see that? The rooms that are happening now. I don't want to show it too much because there's apparently, rules and stuff. So, but there we go. There we go. I turned off the heater. I want the heater on, but anyway, it's a new app. It's kind of amazing. Hey man, Ninja Monkey, good to see you. So I did a tiny bit of research on this app, and it apparently started with about 1,500 people, invitation only. I think back in November or so, and it was already worth like $150 million or something, like almost off the bat. You may have heard of it because Elon Musk did a live. Oh, hey man, how you doing? Oh, Redman in Japan was just there. So Elon Musk did an interview of the guy from one of the what was that called? Fox? Damn, I forgot. Some stock trading app. So Elon Musk did an interview with the owner of this stock trading app. He was getting a lot of attention because of GameStop, the GameStop scandal. I'm sure you guys heard about that. But that apparently was recorded, and it's up on YouTube. You can actually hear it somewhere. I haven't looked for it. But it's, hey, Patrick, hey, man, where you been? Man, I contacted you twice and no response, so I'm assuming you're busy. But let me know when you want to talk again. Right, Robinhood, thank you. So Elon Musk did an interview of the founder of Robinhood on GameStop, and it's on YouTube, which is weird because one of the rules of GameStop is that you can't record unless you have permission of everyone in the room. So maybe there were only 2 people in the room. I don't know. But anyway, so let me back up in case people don't know. I'm going to assume you don't know, but we probably know. So I'm not trying to insult your intelligence, although you're all idiots, just like me, moron. Good, Patrick. Yeah, let me know. There's something called Clubhouse, and it's an invitation-only app. Only works on iPhone. So those of you who are not iPhones, it won't work with you. Sorry, Red Value. Sorry, Patrick. And it's basically like an audio-only talking app where a few people will create a room, and they will allow people to come up and talk, and you'll pick a subject, and sometimes there's no subject, and people get together and talk in these rooms. So it's very social. Now, what's really interesting is this about 2 weeks ago, this app was valued at $1 billion, the value. And that was 2 weeks ago. And since then, people have been adding their friends, because you can only add friends. You can only add people you know. And so I can only assume it's worth more than $1 billion. Now, A guy I know from YouTube a long time ago named Jake Knowlton, I think he used to do videos. I think his name is You and Me Japan. He will be doing a show tonight at 10:30, I believe, about his experiences with coronavirus. Apparently he got it. I just saw the announcement for the show. So this show, today's live video is just, Yumi Japan is just until that comes on. Now I will pop into that room then just to listen. I'm not interested in talking at all, but it's an interesting. We're witnessing. I think maybe some of you knew about Twitter or Instagram when it was coming up, but I didn't. I mean, they kind of appeared and you kind of, oh, what is this? You knew about it a few months later, but this is just blowing up. This is just growing so quickly. It's invitation only. So when you join, when you get an invite, it has to be someone in your telephone and you have to be on their telephone. So you can't just send it to someone. You have to actually register the person you send it to has to be in your, in your contact list, and you have to be in theirs. That's easy to do. Like if I wanted to add you, I would just add you to my contact list, and then you would add me to your contact list, and then I could send you the invite and it would work, right? That's how it works, okay? But it only works with iPhone right now. I'm sure that's going to change quickly because, really, that's really elitist. But I think that's one of the reasons that it's so popular. It's because it's got that, if you go to a nightclub and they let you pick out, okay, you can come in, you can't come in. It's got that, exclusivity. It's gimmicky. It's gimmicky, yes. It's got that exclusivity thing. Now, when you join, you get 2 invites. And, of course, you can send it to someone, okay? If someone you invite gets banned for a while, you will receive half of their penalty for inviting them. Really? That's weird. Didn't know that. Interesting. Thank you. Thank you, Red Value. My. Oh, you guys learn my Meichuchu Nagoya, Japan? What is this? Is that your name? Who's Meichuchu Nagoya in Japan? Anyway, if you're active, they'll give you more invites. So I was quite active. I've been a little bit active, not really active at all. I popped into 2 rooms and talked. People, because I used to be very active on YouTube. People know me a little bit. Some people know me. They say, "Oh yeah, I know that guy." So I've been invited to talk a little bit. The first day I was in a room with something called Japan Creators, I think. Dogen was in there too, and they invited him, but he wouldn't come on because apparently he has a daughter that he was taking care of. But he came on a little bit later and said hello. So everyone's getting on it. Okay, so everyone's on it. Anyway, if you're active, they give you more invites. Meichuchu Nagoya, like a year ago. That's such a long name. I don't even know what that means, Meichuchu Nagoya, Japan. That's such a long name. So then I had 3 invites. So first I got my invites and I gave one to Hiko Simon, old 2.5 voyages. And I gave one to my wife because she insisted. But she hasn't used it at all. So I'm kind of pissed off. My brother asked me for one too. So when I got 3 more, I gave him one. And then I gave Tomoko one. Who did I give the other one to? I forgot. Oh, I just gave a student one. One of my students asked me. So I was like, okay, sure. But I have read a little bit about it, and apparently they're selling them. Invites are being bought and sold from as little as $20 to as much as like $57, $67, $75. So it's kind of crazy, right? Oh, really? So this is a new app, and it's blowing up. And it's kind of fun. It's kind of interesting. The way they're thinking of monetizing it is by allowing you to tip people. Oh, by the way, cheers. Cheers. We got a weird, this is really kind of sweet. It's called Katsus to Saida Sawa. Katsun? I don't know. Katsun? I don't know. Anyway, if anyone knows much about this, let me see, back in the day. I guess back in the day, maybe Facebook was exclusive, but in those days, nobody was really on the internet, so it didn't matter. But now everyone's on the internet, everyone's hearing about this. Elon Musk made it huge by getting on it himself, and it's now worth $1 billion. Isn't that amazing? Like within less than 6 months, they made an app that's worth $1 billion. So if I were those guys, I would just effing sell out and get out of there and go live in Hawaii for the rest of my life and surf. Even though I don't surf. Anyway, that's what I know about it. It looks interesting. Looks like a lot of fun. I got to thank Edward for inviting me. Edward is going to be in my new video. Edward and Alice will be in my next video, which is a 360 video. You guys know that I got that new 360 camera, and I'll be uploading the first you can 360 video tomorrow where you can actually. I'm not going to control what you see. You can just see whatever. You can point to whatever you want. The creative Minecraft. Well, the Red Value, you are chock full of information. By the way, the Red Value have recently hit 30,000 subs on TikTok. So he's up and coming. So check him out if you don't know the Red Value. And he's full of information. He's chock full of information. Huh? What's this? And it sold the game for $2 million. Oh, the creator of Minecraft sold the game for $2 billion, but then ended up miserable because he had everything but nothing to live for. Really? I think $2 million is a lot to live for. I went to Barber 88 2 days ago with Edward, and we did a 360 video and a normal video, and that will be coming out soon. But the thing about the 360 videos is they're so heavy. A 20-minute video is literally 20 gigabytes. It's basically a minute, a gigabyte a minute. So they're super heavy. So 1 million views and counting. Good job, the Red Velvet. What? Really? That's amazing. Oh yeah, great. Good job, man. Anyway, so that's what's happening. Does anyone know more? The Red Valley seems to know more about this. Who is anyone on this Clubhouse thing? Just me? Anyone on this? Hikoki kuko ni tsuite tsuki katte nande kataro. Huh? There's a channel. So the way this works is you can pick whatever's on the front page, or you can do a search. There's a search button. So if anything you're particularly interested in, like if you're interested in basketball, they have like NBA rooms. There's also something like if you just scroll through it, I saw a bunch of rooms the first time that were the titles were like "Black Men Always Cheat." It was really weird. Like I was like, really? I mean, don't all men kind of always cheat? But oh, Not That Much has 2 invites if anyone wants to connect with him. But you have to exchange phone numbers. That's one of the bad things about this is that you can't really be anonymous. Dan the Man, hey man, how's it going? One of the nice things is I've met a lot of people who know me, and they were like, hey, Victor, I know you, give me a break, man. So even though I haven't been that active, a lot of people still remember me. Ninja Bunky, do you have? I don't have any more invites. I just gave my last one to Tomoko. So my Petrus Maximus channel. You ever been to Italy? No, but my name is Italian. My last name is Boggio. I'm dropping docs on me. And my grandfather was Italian. My brother has been to Italian. Apparently, my last name is very common in Italy. Though I'm not Italian pure, there's a lot of Italian blood in me. Big tech hates anonymity. Yeah. Well, they've already had, like the first day I got on, they're one of the more popular rooms was a room like something called About David. And it was apparently about this one guy named David who's been trolling everyone. So that's not good. But it was kind of annoying. Like I thought this whole room is basically about a hater. And I thought they're giving him all that attention, It's kind of crazy, right? I was really surprised. So it's going to be interesting watching this new website, which is going to compete with YouTube. And I don't remember, but what was YouTube bought for? $15 billion, I think. YouTube was bought for, how much was it? $1.6 billion. Pretty cheap. $1.6 billion. I think that's probably a, considering what YouTube is now, it's probably a pretty good deal. This new site is already valued at $1 billion, and it's only a few months old. So what do you know? Anyway, it'll be interesting to see how people monetize. One of the things that they're doing now is they're apparently allowing people. Well, they're thinking they will allow people to tip other people, and I'm sure they're going to be like promotion. There'll be companies will be paying influencers, I guess they're called. It's funny, these words have come up, like influencers and creators. They'll be paying them to do their shows, right? So you'll probably have a show called J Vloggers, sponsored by Coca-Cola. I'll do anything sponsored by Strong Zero. Strong Zero should sponsor me already, man. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, so you can get like blocked. They have blocking already. Hey, it's Samuel Oak. They already have blocking abilities. I'm sure it'll have its own toxic JVlog community as well. But I will tell you this. Okay, I'll tell you this. I've been in a few rooms. A lot of the conversations have been a waste of time, like people just introducing themselves. A lot of the conversation will say like Japanese and English, okay, but you go in there, it's all just urusai gaijin, loud gaijin, foreigners talking instead of Japanese. I personally want to hear Japanese people speak in Japanese. I have been in a couple other rooms where Japanese with a topic. I went to the LGBT in Japan group just to see. I'm a big supporter of LGBT. I went just to listen for a little while on my bicycle ride home, and they had a Japanese guy come on, and he I don't know why, but he wanted to speak in English, but his English was pretty bad. But I mean, I could understand what he was saying, so I guess it's fine. Maybe I'm too much of a stickler because I'm a teacher, but so far, I think it could be really, really good for language acquisition. Like you can, everyone who's studying another language, I gotta tell you, I really believe in this. You have to listen to native speakers speaking, and you got to listen to people who are good at Japanese speaking. You will learn something. So I will learn good Japanese from other foreigners who speak Japanese well, right? I don't think you care enough to produce a massive JVlogger platform content. Even Victor, what is this? I don't know what he's trying to say. Do you have an idea about how the popularity is growing in Japan? They're really pushing for China and Japan. And apparently in China, it is being used by many people to get around the Chinese internet laws that they have there. And from what I've read a few articles about this. The people who run this, what's this called? Clubhouse? Is it Clubhouse? Yeah, Clubhouse. I keep wanting to sing Sound House, but the Clubhouse, they're trying to push it towards Asians. Oh, China blocked it today? Wow. Huh. It is very popular in Japan. In fact, it's so popular that the day that I got the invitation, I came home and asked my wife. She goes, "Oh yeah, I heard about that. Give me an invitation." It was apparently on news, and all my students, everybody knows about it. As from the high school students, by the way, you have to be 17 years old. Hey, Andy Andavergo, how you doing, man? Good to see you. My high school students who are as young as 16, I have some students who are as young as 16, they've heard about it. They're excited, but you're not supposed to be on it until you're 17. And even my obasans, I have women in my classes. Not just I have women. I mean, I don't have women. But anyway, I got to be a perp all the time. I still got it. Yes, even my older women in my classes have heard about it, but they've said, "But I'm not interested." And I actually asked a couple of friends. I said, "Hey, do you want this app? You want me to send you an invitation?" And they're like, "No, I don't care. I'm not interested. It sounds silly." So I got to tell you, I was in a bunch of rooms. A bunch of the rooms were stupid, like people just introducing themselves, people talking really about nothing. But there was one room where I came across a bunch of Instagrammers, and they were like telling me how much amazing money they were spending promoting their Instagram channels. And one of them has like 87,000 followers, but he was spending $2,000 a month on promotion to push his channel somehow. I was like, what? That's crazy. Because apparently he was making more than that, on Instagram promoting. I don't know what the hell he was promoting, but and he thought, once I get to 100,000, I'll stop. But can you imagine someone's paying $2,000 a month just to promote the channel? And he was getting, for that money, he was getting 2,000 or 3,000 followers a month, or maybe it was a week. Anyway, he was growing pretty quickly. But I did find out this, and the red value, this will be useful for you maybe. On Instagram, Reels, if you do Reels, that apparently helps the algorithm, analog. The algorithm really favors people who do the Reels, not just pictures. So if you're on Instagram and you're trying to grow your Instagram channel, they want you to do things that compete with TikToks. So they're pushing the Reels things. And I'm assuming YouTube as well. I haven't done that. I got my part-time job for Instagram. Actually, Dan the Man makes a very good point. You don't have to be the most popular. You don't have to have a huge audience. You have to have the right audience. This is a true story. I was doing action teacher English lessons on YouTube years ago, and a woman saw one of my videos, and she called my school and she said, "I want to hire Victor to teach at my company." And it was a $800 a month gig, once a week. Okay. And no, I'm sorry, that was just for the company. And on top of that, she took private lessons, which was another $240 a month. Okay. So from her and her company, I was making $1,000 a month just because she liked my YouTube videos. And my YouTube English videos were not getting a lot of hits. I've got 1 million on there, 1 million views, but they weren't getting a lot of hits. But you got to impress the right one. So you don't have to impress everybody. You just have to impress the right person. Oops. And I just spilled strong zero on the sofa. Excuse me while I wipe the sofa. So apparently the algorithm on Instagram is pushing Reels. So if you're on Instagram, you're trying to grow your channel, that's one tip I can tell you that I picked up from being in one of those groups. Okay. What else? Anyway, I'm going to close my line. I'm getting these messages online here. Let me just quick kill this. As the algorithm will push your content even more to try to get more attention. Right. Yeah, so Reels are apparently good. So I should be doing that. My Instagram is not growing at all. Okay, so anyway, who's on Clubhouse? Is anyone on Clubhouse in the comment section here? You knocking down? Of course I am, Barry Bonds. Of course I am. Aru kusukai uo ka ima kita. Dozo yokoso. So I've been listening to a lot of these, what do you call it? A Clubhouse, I guess, audio broadcasts as I ride my bicycle home. And it's pretty funny because on a couple occasions, people have noticed me in the room and have mentioned me. Because, oh, I used to watch that guy a lot, or his videos help me. But I've been on the bicycle, and it's sometimes hard to find your own icon. Because they'll ask you, like, do you want to join? And if you can't find your icon, you can't join. Victor, 今日は酒のペース早い？そう？そんな早くない？ who is that person? Is that my wife? She's like, you're drinking pretty quick today. No, not really. But in 20 minutes, in about 15 minutes or so, what's his name? Jake Knowlton is going to be doing a Clubhouse talk about his COVID experiences. So I'm going to stop this live then. Victor, the grammar in Japanese language, how different is it from English as phonetic structure? It's extremely different. Yeah. Disgruntled Doomer doesn't even own a smartphone. I'm so impressed by that. I really am. The only thing I really care, well, not the only thing, but the things I use most of my iPhone are basically the camera. Oh, by the way, this is stupid, but I got a new case. So this is the iPhone 12 Pro Plus, Max Pro, which I got from 28mobile.com, by the way, which is run by Patrick, 28mobile.com. And it didn't come with the case. I bought a case separately, but the case I got was kind of flimsy, even though it was like 1,000 yen on Amazon. It was kind of flimsy, so and I'm always riding with I have a bicycle, GoPro stand on my bicycle. And anyway, it fell off one day and fell right down and cracked the screen. But I had a screen protector on it, right? But I thought, this happens again, this camera's not going to last. So I got the sturdiest case you can get, I think. That also has this thing. It's probably not the sturdiest, but it also has a kickstand in the back there. See? So you can actually put your phone on the table, which I really like. See? I like that part. Anyway, this phone is so heavy now, but it also feels so solid. I feel like I could kill you with this phone. I feel like this is a weapon. This is so solid and heavy now. I feel like I could probably take this into a bar and like block. I think it would stop a bullet, and I could knock people out. Anyway, I'm really happy. I've never been so happy. Well, I've been a little bit happy. I've never been so happy about a case until I got this case. This case is so beautiful, man. And it's great because it's a great phone. I love the phone. I'm not so addicted to the phone, but I'm trying to get into this Clubhouse thing. Though, I'm kind of cynical about this because I listen to these conversations, and half the time I'm thinking you guys are talking nonsense, and I want to jump on. What's funny is one day, yesterday, a woman was talking about nipples and saying that men can't appreciate that, her feelings about her nipples. I don't remember what it was, but it was like a normal room. It wasn't a weird room. But I was thinking, I got on, I stopped my bicycle. Like I said, well, I got to get on. You have to raise your hand. There's a little button at the bottom right. You raise your hand, you can get on. And I got on and I said, dude, men have nipples too. So I got to tell you, your thinking is off. You're being sexist. A Nokia phone can stop a bullet. Not that. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Well, but who has a Nokia bullet? Richard Copeland. Sounds awkward. Anyway. Show. What does it say? Female presenting nipples. Yeah. Oh, hello, disgruntled groomer. You're a female? Are you female? Anyway, So I'm excited about this new Clubhouse app. I'm on it. I'm having a good time. It's a lot of fun, though I will say it's a lot of hit and miss. You know, just like YouTube, it's a lot of hit and miss. There's a lot of like silliness on it. There's a lot of wasted time on it. But some of it's good. And I think it could be a big boon for language acquisition. And that's the path I'm interested in. I'm interested in improving my Japanese. My Japanese is this is weird. Okay, my Japanese is probably in the top 10% of all people who speak Japanese who are not Japanese, foreigners. However, the better my Japanese gets, the more I realize that it sucks. But it's still probably subjectively pretty damn good, you know, which is a weird feeling. So when I first started on YouTube 15 years ago, I would make videos in Japanese and I was completely, what's the word? I was confident. I was a confident vlogger. Tumblr, Twitter banned female presenting nipples some time ago. I was okay. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I see. No worries, disgruntled dimmer. But the better my Japanese got, the more I realized that there was a whole, that we were really on a different level compared to native Japanese. Except for maybe Dogen, right? But I mean, not this is not a slight on Dogen at all. I don't watch his videos, but from what I've heard, he's way up there. He's at a different level. But yeah, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, not a slight. You know, that's one of the things I really regret. Well, no, I don't regret having children, but after having children, I got to tell you that I have no time to watch anybody else. And the little time I have, I kind of try to entertain myself by watching something I like. Right now I'm watching Fargo season 3. But what do we got here? What is it? 日本人同士だって日本語通じなかったりするから気にすんな. Okay, so he says, even Japanese don't understand each other Japanese people sometimes, so don't worry about it. No, I understand most Japanese, but once in a while, like if you ask me, well, let me show you. I'll give you an example. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to show you. How do I do this? I'll do this real quick. Share screen. Okay, I can do that. Okay. Okay, you guys see this? You see that? So this is a video of a screenshot of a movie called, in Japanese, Koe no Katachi. In English, it's called Silent Voice, and it's a manga. Or I'm sorry, not a manga. It's a anime. But it's a very touching anime. Hey, Odie Jr., good to see you, man. Odie Jr., thank you always. I really appreciate your support. You're such a positive person, and I need positive people because I'm married. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is from an anime, and it's fairly easy Japanese. It says, "Douka watashi to hanasu toki wa kono note ni onegai shimasu." So the woman holding this has she can't speak. She's deaf. She's deaf. That's the word. Okay, she's not hard of hearing. She's deaf. Okay, so Maddie says, I cried watching Silent Voice. My whole family cried. My son, my daughter, and my wife were all crying. Okay, and me too. In Japanese, however, it's called Shape of Voice, Koe no Katachi. So I don't know why they changed it to Silent Voice. Anyway, so one of my students, I teach Japanese, and one of my students asked me about this, and I honestly, I couldn't figure out the doka here, even though doka usually means somehow. But in this case, doka means please. So even though I've been in Japan for goddamn 30 years, and I should be able to understand a goddamn anime, I got stuck on this one sentence. I said, doka watashi. So I even screenshotted it because I couldn't figure it out. I was like, how can I not figure this out? I mean, I kind of understand it. But, I mean, I understand it says, if you want to, when you speak to me, use this note, please. But why is the doka there in the beginning? The first 3 letters there, doka, right? That just threw me off. Anyway, that's what I mean. So even though I could watch this movie and enjoy it and not think, not even blink, right? I just understand the whole movie. But if you really ask me to break it down and explain every little scene, and here's the thing. This is the bad news. Most Japanese people cannot explain most Japanese people cannot explain Japanese. It's one of the most frustrating things in the world. If you ask a Japanese person about their own language, they're like, "Oh, hey, Dan the man, don't worry, man. Thanks a lot. Thanks for jumping in, man." Japanese people in general, not all of them. Maggie Sensei, for example, is great. By the way, Maggie Sensei is run by MaggieSensei.com is my site, but it's run not by me, but by my coworker at Action Language Academy. And but Andy the Virgo, I'm a Virgo too, by the way. Yeah, that's true, but that's not the case here. Anyway, MaggieSensei.com can explain things well because she's an actual Japanese teacher. どうか please お願いだろうなと分かってほしくて、相手のことを分かりたいんだ。そうそうそう。今分かるけど、その時ね、アニメ見てた時ね、大体分かったけど、でも、説明できなかったらどうしてどうか、ここにあるから。そのどうかは、somehow の意味も入ってるから。So sometimes どうか means somehow. So I couldn't, and why would they say お願いします also means please. So どうか in this case also means please. So it's kind of a double please. So basically she's saying, please, when you want to speak to me, use this note, please. I mean, that's kind of a literal translation. And you know what? I could even be wrong about this, but that's my story and I'm sticking with it. Okay. Anyway, I got to go, guys. Thanks for stopping by. I missed doing a live show. I've been busy working on this, figuring out how to do my new 360 camera, and just kind of cleaning up my mess of a room. Hey, Petrov's Maximus channel from Italy. I hope to visit your beautiful country someday. I hear you guys are as disheveled as South American countries where I'm from, so great. Ninja Monkey, adios. Adios, hermano. Te veo. See you, brother. I'll see you soon. Thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Take care. Richard Copeland, right? Isn't he like the bass player of the Beatles, or the drummer? The drummer of these of Sting, of the Police. Yes. Okay. Okay. See you guys. Thanks for stopping by. Good night. Talk to you soon. Peace out.